welcome your Commander-in-Chief, Jeremy Clarkson.
Man may have tempered the spectre of nuclear evil, but tonight I have the unenviable task of reporting that warfare has been taken out of man's hands. We're now at the mercy of machines, and a battle the likes of which we've never seen before is about to begin. Outside the studio, women have lashed themselves to the railings. Britain is about to witness the birth of Robot Wars, which is all about robots fighting. Men and women have spent up to 6 months building these machines, and in the next 30 minutes, most of them are going to be smashed. They're all in the pits now, though, with Philippa Forrester.
I'm surrounded by 36 teams, and over the next few weeks, they're all going to be battling for a place in the grand final. They include some of the best technicians, engineers, and radio control experts in Britain today. But even though there's only a few seconds left before the first event, they're still making final adjustments.
Each week we'll take 6 of those teams and let them fight it out here in our underground bomb-proof amphitheatre. They'll be fighting obstacle courses, they'll be fighting each other, and most worrying of all, they'll be going head-to-head with pure, indestructible evil. The House Robots.
Shunt. Introducing Shunt, a power-packed robot capable of pulling a Land Rover and cleaving all opponents in two with that sharpened steel axe. Matilda. Prehistoric Matilda's next up, with hydraulic tusks and a truly lethal chainsaw tail running at over 3,000 revs per minute. Sergeant Bash. Keeping order, Sergeant Bash, featuring a savage circular saw and a flamethrower, certain to leave all opponents hot under the collar. And dead metal with the pneumatic pincers and a steel cutting arm. I'm your commentator, Jonathan Pierce, and these are the House Robots.
Now let's see what the competitors have brought along to match that.
First, from Bodmin Community College, Roadblock.
Weighing in at 82.5 kilograms and over 1.45 meters long, all the signs suggest that this is a robot to be reckoned with, carrying a deadly circular saw.
From Maidstone, Kinetron.
Don't let the lurid fluorescent paintwork fool you. Weighing in at 72.2 kilos, powered by 2 24-volt wheelchair motors and featuring a mighty pickaxe, Kinetron bound to tickle his opponents more than pink.
From Hagley Roman Catholic High School, Barry.
This school-based engineering project features a pneumatic bulldozer-inspired scoop and is powered from 2 24-volt wheelchair motors. Barry packs a real punch and is the heaviest robot in the field.
From Nottingham, Shogun.
Built around a complex chassis featuring 2 Sinclair C5 motors and a 2-stage gearbox, Shogun can achieve a maximum speed of 7 miles an hour, and weapons include a motorised forklift and the honour of the samurai.
From Dublin, Nemesis.
Surrounded by lethal stainless steel spikes and a pneumatic ram, this fur-covered robot isn't as cuddly as it looks. Weighing in at 76.8 kilograms, Nemesis hopes to uphold Celtic honour here on Robot Wars.
From Coventry, Grunt.
Finally, tonight's fastest robot with a top speed of 15 miles an hour, running off 2 12-volt wheelchair motors. With a 0 turning circle and 3mm ground clearance, Grunt is definitely lean, mean and deadly keen. Back to you, Jeremy.
The actual structure of these wars is very simple. There are various disciplines and the loser from each is eliminated. Surviving robots then fight each other, and the overall winner from tonight will return at the end of the series for a grand final. On now, though, with the first discipline.
This is the gauntlet, and you can run it almost any way you like. It's up to each roboteer to choose which route is the best according to their robot's hidden talents. First of all, though, they have to get off this spinning carousel. Then, do they choose on my right, this maze? But you have to have an awful lot of maneuverability to get round it. Or a seemingly dead space on my left. It's not. It's guarded by the horrible Sergeant Bash. The middle route is the ramp route, but not every robot can get up on and off these ramps. And then there are the corkscrew lances, just one of many hidden surprises that can leap out at you if you're unaware. To my right, spikes come up from underneath the floor of the arena. You don't want to be impaled on those. And if you did survive on my left a scorching by Sergeant Bash, There's still dead metal who can clamp hold of you, and the might of Matilda waiting. Well, there's one more surprise here in the shape of the pendulum. It could knock you sideways and send your time rocketing.
Now, Roboteers, be prepared to amuse and impress us, but be prepared also to be humiliated.
Roboteers, stand by.
A-level students Hender Blewett and Chris Kinsey from Bodmin attempt the gauntlet for the first time ever.
Our main feature is at the front where we can push with some force, and we hope to create some serious damage later on with our main weapon at the back.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
For the first time in the history of Robot Wars, the gauntlet is run. And out comes Roadblock. He does not want to be torched. In goes Matilda. Dead Metal is beaten. It's big Chris Kinsey, the tall blonde lad. And this is a good run here by Roadblock. And that's very fast.
There was a moment there, guys, I thought you weren't going to get off the turntable. Did that go through your minds?
Well, yeah, we were having a bit of trouble getting it straight off. Our main plan was to go over that bridge, actually. As we were steering onto it, we found a gap and went for it.
What were you operating? So you operated the sword. Did you get anyone?
Afraid not. We just were too damn quick.
Very well done. That's a good win.
They were quick. They set the standard. First to run, first on the leaderboard.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Barry controllers, 17-year-old Amy Sproat and Daniel Parry, pupils from the Hagley Roman Catholic High School.
2, 1. Activate.
Our second set of A-level students. Oh, they've chosen a wrong route right from the start, surely, because Bash is there. Amy Sproat and Daniel Parry don't tarry with Barry. There they go for the ramp, but they've only got a ground clearance of 6 centimetres. Will that be costly? They've only ever made a cassette rack before and a key fob, and they're going to be fobbed off here.
I'll be operating the pneumatic blade. It will go down like that, scoop along the floor, and hopefully knock the other robots over.
Decided to go for the big balloon tyres for extra traction. The whole robot works on 24 volts.
And they need to get those wheelchair motors moving now, because Matilda's in, and she's hungry for rubber! And the pupils from Hagley High seem to me to be left hanging high and dry!
Gone. No power.
Stop and deactivate robots.
Well, you were lucky there because you were about to be eaten.
Yeah.
Now, what possessed you to go that way?
We decided to go that way because we thought we could get through, but what happened was, when we actually went over, we got caught on the grills at the bottom, and so it just didn't move.
Never mind. So it's back to embroidery now, is it?
Well, I think so.
Because that's a vicious thing.
Poor Amy and Barry, only 2.93 metres. That's vulnerable.
Roboteers, stand by.
The Shogun team, Robin Woodhead, Brian Carrington and Peter Fairbrother, all work colleagues at Rolls-Royce.
This is Shogun. We've got a few armaments on it. Down this side we've got some tips which are interchangeable, so we can put different spikes on. It's a hydraulic ram. On the front we've got a couple of forks which can be used for lifting or for anchoring us down onto the ground.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
So the Warriors from Nottingham with Shogun with very little to do. The worst runner in the gauntlet goes out, of course. Wasn't that one in the middle in Star Wars? I'm sure I've seen him somewhere before. Shogun. Oh, off the ramp, officer. Breathalyze that driver. Matilda's there.
Oh, well, you're right there. Humiliation reigns supreme.
I think so. You're not going to get out of that one. Not with Matilda.
Stop and deactivate robots.
I did warn you that humiliation was an option, but I bet you couldn't have foreseen it would end like that.
No, if you don't try, you don't win.
So what happened?
The response to the right turn wasn't fast enough and it slipped off the edge.
And unfortunately, the house robot failed to write it for you.
I don't think he was trying to write it. I think he was trying to damage it.
I think you're probably right. Still, all is not lost. That's not a bad distance.
10.71 metres, enough to put them in second place. They're through.